Yes, this is Spin the Block, and we just wanted to put a disclaimer out due to the nature of the show today. We'll be discussing domestic violence, and we just wanted to let everybody know we do not condone any type of violence or abuse, domestic or other. We are not insensitive. We know this is a very sensitive topic. And for those that know somebody, or if you're going through a domestic situation, the domestic hotline number will be provided throughout the show. Um, Thank you for listening and stay safe.
And so their names was Duchess Dior and the Frenchman. And they basically, I came across it. I was up late, and it kept coming to my algorithm. So I actually looked at the live, and they was just airing each other out. He was airing her out, saying all this, vow stuff. Made him and her rest in peace, but he was just telling all their business and their dirty laundry. And the energy that I felt is like, I felt like he knew he was gonna do something silly, because he just, the way he was acting, and he was drinking and smoking, and how he laid everything out on the table, like he knew that he was gonna do something foul. Like, it kind of like he knew in his head. That's why he was laying it all out on the table, because he knew in his head he was gonna do something foul. And she had said something that triggered him about a name. I ain't gonna say the name because I don't know if they did now. But he had laid out all her business, talked about STDs and how she was sleeping around, how he was sleeping around. He talked about him committing domestic abuse, or hitting her, fighting her, abusing her. He talked about everything, and then after he did that, she was like, I want to tell my side, I want to tell my side. And see, she, in my opinion, the energy that I was getting from him is that he was like at his
Done.
wits end
Yeah.
with it. And the energy that I was getting with her, she was like, it was just another day, it was just another show, it was just another toxic situation that they always in. And I don't think she really took heed to that he was at the point of snapping. And rather she was wrong, rather he was right, rather she was right, he was wrong. It don't matter. He was at a point where he was like about to snap. Well, he did snap, and she was like kind of just taking it as the energy I was getting at. It was just like another day. Like, they just always acting toxic with each other. And there was people on the internet laughing and giggling. Her homegirl was in the background, instigating it. And she named one name, and he was like, if you say it, I'm gonna kill you, or you gonna die. Something in that sense. And then the live went off. And then I looked at the report, the police report. He ended up killing her, shooting her, I believe, shooting her, stabbing her. And somebody came to the house, a family member or a friend, to check on her. And that's when they discovered her. And then the police, a couple hours later, seen him in her car, and a police pursuit happened. They was chasing him, and he ended up taking his life, killing himself. And it was just sad, because it's like the internet can be used for really good things, but it's also used for a lot of negative energy, for sure.
Hmm. So basically, they exploit. He told all like his confession. What you trying to say? The energy you
Yeah,
got from him was his
he was
confession,
his confession.
and because he knew at this point something was gonna happen. He was done. You said
Yeah,
when you told me he was a broken man, you could tell he just was broken. Whatever
he
trauma
seemed like
he was
he was
going.
broken. Like, he was, like, it seemed like he was at, and he probably was broken not just because of the things that her and him went through, probably other things in his life that broke him. But he just seemed, from the energy that I was getting, is that he was just broken inside. And she didn't seem like she was broken, but she seemed like she was more like feeding off of his brokenness. And um which ultimately cost her life, because she wasn't reading the room. And that's
Mm.
another thing that's wrong with this internet. A lot of people don't be reading the room. They think everything is funny and it's games and it's joking. Just like the people out here in Vegas that got killed. You know, the internet beefing and arguing and fighting and fussing and um just keeping a whole bunch of drama going, and you really just don't know because you don't see these people in real life. You
Yeah.
only see what they want you to see. You don't really know what these people is going through. When I get off the internet, you don't know how I live. You don't know what I got going on. And so a lot of people thinking this internet is not it's not reality, but it is reality. You get
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And it's a
People
real
making it.
thin line.
Yeah. And then y'all getting on here telling all y'all business stuff and that's another thing. Y'all on here telling shit that should be kept at home. Nobody needs to know what color drawers you are wearing today. Nobody needs to know you and your husband had sex or your man had sex. Nobody needs to know your body count. These are things that should not be put on any platform, any social platform. Y'all not getting paid for this shit. And even if you are, this there's a line that you should have. Have some integrity. Have some respect for yourself. So I think right now that's one thing too. People exploiting themselves for that clout,
Money.
just to be mentioned, just to be seen. You willing to give up everything and getting back to that topic with that with it, we got to realize that women are just as toxic as men, because the story you told me is that he had beat her down, beat her up really bad. She went to the listen to how crazy the relationship is. She went to the police, you said, to the police
And he
station.
followed her down there.
He was gone. See, I always say that. Now there's a domestic assault where you in a altercation that may never happen again. If you don't put your, it may never happen again. Y'all in there tussling and you know what I'm saying. Y'all both
Right.
in there tussling and acting a fool. A domestic
Right.
altercation, okay, between two
Hmm.
people that have been intimate. All right, that's one thing.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a domestic situation. It's an assault.
yeah, a domestic abuse is when you got a man that beat your ass and then come follow you to the police station like it's another day, like y'all going out to eat.
Yeah. Now that was domestic abuse.
That's
Now
yeah,
she was not taking heed to it, but she
yeah,
technically was in a very toxic domestic abuse situation where ultimately took her life.
yeah. And sometimes these women, y'all are so toxic too and so damaged. Y'all think that's love. So toxic and damaged because she know he gonna beat her, but she's in there still talking,
Engaging.
engaging in something that I would. He on one. Let me move around. Let me go find something
Yeah.
else to do. Let me go get safe. She not thinking that. Let me tell my side. Hey, ain't no side to tell. Whatever he told you, I'm gonna let him have it, and I'm gonna move around. We,
Right.
we not thinking. Now she ultimately helped herself be killed, playing with fire. Eventually, you're gonna get burned. Women, we got it. And that, are you the victim? Yeah, she's still the victim. We can't take that from her. But there
Because he
was
killed
things
her.
that there's things that you can do. I'm not taking away, making it seem like it's okay to beat up, or no, it's not okay. But it's not okay to stay either. It's not okay to stay.
No,
It's not okay.
that's a good point. It's not okay to stay.
It
Like
just
if
like
you
yeah, go on.
it's like putting yourself in a dangerous situation. No, I should be able to walk outside with whatever I want to wear.
Yeah,
You should. I'm just using this as an example. I should be able to walk outside with whatever I want to wear. But if it's 12 o'clock at night and I'm walking down the street with a thong on and my ass is out and somebody drive by that's not on in their right mind, or they up to something strange and they get me, no, I don't deserve to be taken. I don't deserve to be hurt, but I put myself in that situation for something like that to happen to me because I put myself out there for somebody to prey on me.
yeah,
So at some point, like you said, it's up to you to protect yourself.
Yeah, women, start protecting yourself, and that means use your brain. No, if you're it's 12 o'clock at night and you walking down the street with a thong on, you know it's a high
And it's a
chance
pervert out
out
there.
there. Shit, you can be fully clothed and they mess with you. So what do you think? Because this is a topic I always say. Well, teach your boys to be gentlemen. Well, not all boys are
Boys are
gentlemen.
gentlemen. And you gotta know that as a woman.
As a woman,
Not all men are gonna walk away when you talking stuff or you arguing with them. Some of them are gonna knock you upside your head.
and that's just the way it is. So what we have to do is protect ourselves. If you know you're in a situation like that, get out of it. I understand it's easier said than done, and I'm not saying that. Been there, done that. But it's not okay in these situations. This situation, she was playing with the fire. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a difference somebody walk in the house and you don't even know the fire coming. But if
Right.
you're playing with the fire, you know that shit's hot. You see the flame. You had already touched it a couple times, and then
I
you
would be
keep going back
scared if a
to be
man
talking. Yeah,
sorry to cut you off. I just want to say this. You know he got a gun too, and I would be scared if I know a man and beat me, like physically, but because he was saying like basically she even was saying like he would hit her. I would be scared if a man has hit me and he has access to a gun. I'm sorry, I would be scared,
yeah. So that
terrified.
so that shows some she has to in this situation. Well, she can't now because she's not here. Horrible. But at some point, us women, we got to start taking accountability for putting ourselves and our children in dangerous situations. We got to take some accountability. I'm this new me too. Yeah, it's me too, but you got to think about you too. You got to think about yourself and protecting yourself. You can't just
Right.
always put this on the man. Oh, he beat me up, but we keep going back. We keep playing with the fire. We keep playing with it.
You know
No,
he got a gun. You know
yeah,
he not stable in the head. Like he's
you,
sitting there saying he gonna hit you. Like
yeah,
you ain't. I always been the type of woman. You not about to hit me.
yeah.
If
We
you
gotta
hit me,
go.
it's a wrap.
Yeah,
Like
this don't make
that.
no
It's
sense.
a done data.
And I've been in some relationships where I should have probably left sooner, but we're not gonna sit up here and play with a man that just beats you like you a man, and then
Right.
and talk to you and say things like that, and you just sitting up there. Let me tell my piece. No, tell what
Nah.
you want to tell, bro, because I'm gone.
Right.
See,
And you got access to guns and stuff.
yeah, she did that whole thing. Women are just as toxic, can be just as toxic, and volunteer. I'm sorry to be in these toxic relationships. Volunteer, volunteer to get beat up. Volunteer to be hurt. It's nothing that important. No, there's no love there. There's no love there.
Your kids,
Not
because now your kids is without a mother and a father.
yeah,
No, they come first. Like
yeah.
that was a situation that could have, I don't know if it could have been prevented, but in that moment it could have been prevented
I'm
because she could have just left.
yes. And don't tell me, oh, he wouldn't let her leave. Well, then that's a whole nother situation when people don't let you leave. But if you,
No, she was following him around the house. She could have left. She was
yeah,
it like I said, he was she didn't read the room. And that's another thing people gotta start doing. Read the room,
say that all
please.
the time. Read the
You're
room.
not reading a room. He's laying in the energy I got, he was laying out.
Confession, basically.
But he was like, this is what happened, and this is what's gonna happen. And then she was so toxic because she was toxic too.
Yeah,
She was so toxic she couldn't read between the lines because she's toxic and she think
yeah.
this is normal. This ain't normal. It ain't normal for he was talking about beating her up out of her. She was like he beat me up out of my clothes or something like that. He was saying this is not normal. And then what got me a little bit, and I don't know because I never known anybody that practiced dark magic or black magic. They was talking about spells and stuff. She was like, he put a love spell on me, and then he had said something because they had some real thick accents.
Mm.
and she was saying something because some of the stuff I couldn't understand, and I didn't want to go back and relive that. And
Mm-hmm.
so she was saying something about he put a love spell on her, and she was saying something about he was saying something about her family was into it. I don't know if it's true or not, but there again, dark energy, not reading the room, not taking heed to different people's vibes, and ultimately it cost her life.
Yeah, yeah, and y'all, man, I'm telling y'all, women, y'all gotta put yourselves. I can't even talk about that because I know nobody listens, and everybody wants to learn the hard way. But that really, in the real world, it ain't even about It's about domestic violence, but it's about people can be in toxic relationships and like that shit, and then it ends up bad like this.
Yeah,
A
they
lot of
think it's
people are.
love.
Yeah, a lot of people are in toxic relationships and won't leave. And I'm not just talking about the man being toxic and beating up. I'm talking about everybody in the relationship being
It's
toxic.
toxic. The whole family toxic.
Yeah, the whole
Everybody.
body toxic. Just dealing with toxic energy, vibrational people, uh, cohabitating together. That never's gonna work because that right there was nothing but pure anger, toxicity. All of that on that live was all that
Jealousy,
jealousy.
envious,
Yeah, all,
evil,
just nastiness.
and love all up in one big cluster.
Yes, and they sitting up there and they and like you said, it was nothing more but a confession because he was at his wits end. Because at some point you should be tired of waking up every day full of hate,
Mad.
mad. At some point, people get tired of that. You do get tired of being mad and frustrated, and whatever was going on with him, whatever dark secrets or he was harboring, whatever issues, she would, like you said, just wasn't reading the room. I say that all the time. People need to start reading the room. What's going on around you? How you feel? Because you can feel people energy if you just sit back and shut up. No, but she was talking. She was running off with the mouth, not looking and paying attention. And
And
then you,
being
like you said,
toxic.
yeah, like you said, this man got a gun, but you steadily talking, and he's warning you as he's confessing. He's warning you where he's going with this. So with that being said, yeah, people using the internet to because this ain't the first person that got killed on live. This thing or
This is an
the
everyday thing.
they
Like I
think
said,
this
they
is
just did
turning
some stuff in
crazy.
Vegas.
Yeah, this is turning into just some craziness. Y'all just y'all taking this internet and just using it, I guess the as evidence because that's what happens. But he took his own life, so I guess yeah, this shit's getting crazy though. I do believe that it's getting crazy.
Yeah. But
Yep.
enough about that. We
Yeah.
ain't got nothing like this week. It's all just crazy
Yeah,
madness.
that's pretty much crazy. Well, the last one might not be. We might get a joke or two out of that last one, but
I'm
we'll
like,
go.
dang, I'm feeling like,
Yeah, this stuff gloom and doom. That gloom
yeah,
and doom. This is America. Uh,
girl.